So sorry about that for me being an hour and 15 minutes late of doing this stream. My power went out, so I didn't know what to do, so all I did was wait. Sorry about that. And so, welcome to Danganronpa Part 3, our first investigation. So let us begin. So I headed to my room where Sakai's corpse still remained. Alright. I better examine the state of my room a little closer. That might reveal something new. Alright. The notepad is still there, but I don't think it's relevant. Toolkit is still inside the drawer. I don't see any evidence that it makes sense, I guess. I mean, it's mine, and I haven't had a reason to open it. I can't even imagine a situation where I need a toolkit like this.
Yo.
Yeah, seriously. Oh, Wanda.
What?
It ain't exactly
what?
Furniture, right? So you haven't used yours either, right?
What?
No, just
what?
Not just me. Nobody's busted me out yet, as far as I know. Actually, we were talking about it yesterday.
By the way,
none of the guys have opened their toolkit yet to clarify. What the hell would we? Why the hell would we? Toolkit has been added to the true bullet section of your handbook. Alright. Camera's still there, so that's where I saw the entire shebang go down. Huh? Looks nothing. Looking at the written order, it looks like it was way less than it was before. Did Sakai see how dirty my room was and decide to clean up a little? There, the bed. There are gouges in the bed like someone attacked it. What the hell happened here? This is the replica sword I bought back for self-defense. Does this mean it was used in the attack somehow? And plus, it's been taken out of its sheath. I hadn't actually looked at the blade itself until now. I shouldn't be surprised if it's coated in gold too. On top of that, some of the gold coating has come off of parts of the blade and the handle. Yeah, the handle especially is missing a lot of its coating. Remember the coating sticks to you? I remember the coating sticks to you even if you just touched it a little bit. Replica sword has been added to the truth bullets. My key. There's a key on the ground, and it has my name on it, so that's my new key, if I remember correctly. Ah, that's right. We'll have to trade keys. When we switch rooms, we switch keys too. So Sakai would have had the key here in my room the entire time. But wait, if that's true then, how did the killer get into the room in the first place? Could Sakai have forgotten to lock the door? No, that seems impossible. She was free. The same goes for you, Sakai. No matter who it is, don't open the door for anyone. Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching? After saying that, there's no way she would have forgotten to lock it or open it for any reason. Well, maybe she dropped the key somewhere and someone else grabbed it or something. No, that's not possible either. Sakai was in here when we switched rooms. And with how scared she was, she wouldn't have gone walking around, so she couldn't have dropped it. So how did you kill her? Switching rooms has been added to the truth bullets of your handbook. What else? Jesus Christ. Okay, let's see. There are scratches and gouges on the walls and bed. Is that evidence of a struggle? It looks like there must have been some kind of fight in my room. Damn it, I was right there in the other room. If only I heard something.
Wait.
That would not have been possible. Huh? Don't you remember? All of our rooms are completely soundproof. So something could happen in a room right next to you and there's no way you can know.
Well.
Perhaps this was another monogamy strategy creating an ideal setting for murder. Evidence of a struggle has been added to the truth bullets. The unsheathed. This is the sword I brought back for self-defense. Does this mean it was used in an attack somehow? And plus, the sword's been taken out, so it's just the sheath, but... Huh? There were some scratches on the seat that must have been made with something sharp. But how'd the sheath get scratched up in the first place? Even if someone used the sword during the struggle, it doesn't make sense for the sheath to be damaged. I mean, if you're gonna attack someone with a sword, the first thing you do is unsheath it. A heavy sheath like this would only get in the way. It would just slide off in the middle of the fire. So why are the scratches on the sheath? Oh, there's a game. This is the display stand that the sword was on. It's like a... Do you think I'm guilty too?
Hey!
I'll try not to make sentences like that, so I don't know whether or not you did this. Whatever decision the rest of you come up with, I will follow your lead. I see. Alright, I gotta put the sword on it. There are scratches and gouges on the wall and bed. Is that evidence of a struggle? Looks like there must have been something. Our rooms are completely soundproof. Remember, if anything happens, we don't even know.
Well.
Perhaps this was another military strategy to deny the sudden for murder. Alright, Mondo.
By the way.
You know, I realized something while I was on guard duty. The killer could have already destroyed some evidence, right? Before anyone found the body. There's a trash room there in the dorms, right? They could have tossed stuff in there. But yeah, that's definitely possible.
You son of a bitch!
That dirty bastard. Anyone who raises their hand to a wounded scum, that's his death. That's what my brother taught me.
You're fucking dead!
So if I ever find the son of a bitch who did this, I'm gonna pound his goddamn face in. But what if it was a girl that did it?
Yo.
That'll all get sorted out when the time comes. Yeah, it's gonna be hard for him not to. Hey, Kyoko. I quietly called her name while she was investigating the area, but...
What are you doing?
Isn't it obvious?
No, not really.
I'm searching.
Searching?
She was down on her knees, carefully inspecting every inch of my room.
Did you lose a contact or something?
I don't know what she's doing exactly, but she seems to be concentrating pretty hard on it. But a few seconds later, she suddenly stood up straight and said,
Listen.
Are you a clean freak? No, I don't think so, but what? Nodding her glance around my room one more time.
I see.
Interesting. What's interesting?
Hey.
Just as I suspected, there's something very unusual about your room. Alright, let's see what she means. Unusual? What do you mean?
So...
I've searched your floor from one corner to another, and I didn't find a single strain of hair. Really?
Indeed.
Not one hair from the victim, and not one hair from you. Even though you've been living in here. You know how now that you mention it, I noticed something while I was looking around before. It looked like the lint roller in my room had been used, but I never touched it. Someone had used it too?
I see.
Very interesting. Your room didn't have a single hair in it, and someone used your lint roller without your knowledge. In other words, someone other than you came and scrubbed your room clean. So it was Saika or the killer?
Well,
That's the question, isn't it? So roll it. Does she have anything
Hey.
else to say? Nope, that's it. I think it's time for us to look at the body. The bathroom. On the other side of this door. No, I can't let it get to me. I can't afford to freeze up now. Forcing myself to push my panic down, I stepped into the bathroom. Jesus Christ. Looking at her made it painfully clear it wasn't a dream or an illusion. She had lost everything that made her her. Sakaya. All at once I was overcome with dizziness, nausea, the urge to bust into tears. But I can't hesitate now. Why? Why did Sayaka have to die? I have to uncover the truth. I have to find out what happened. I wanted to give up. I wanted to collapse, but that thought held me up and supported me. Alright, the name, or that looks like a name. If I look it upside down, it says L.E. I looked past Sayaka on the wall behind her, and there I saw. Huh? Written in blood, there were numbers 11037. Again, if I look upside, oh, well, there it is, Leon. Well, we found the killer. It's easy. Why Sakai do this? I told myself I simply can't face what I saw, but now's not the time to think like that. I pulled out the Monokuma file to verify what it said about her body. Some sort of sharp object had been thrust into her stomach that must have been a killing blow. But wherever they used to kill her, where'd they get it? That's definitely something I should look into later. Also, according to the Monokuma file, Sakaya's right wrist is broken. Her wrist does look swollen and bloody, that's for sure. But there's something so flattery there on her wrist too. Right there, where her wrist is also, there's something glittery. That definitely concerns me. Another thing that concerns me is... there's some blood on her left index finger, but that's it. The palms on both her hands are totally spotless, so how come only her left finger? Sakaya's wrist has been added to truth bullets. The stab wound in her stomach is what killed her, so when she broke her wrist, that must have happened early on. I mean, how could her wrist get broken after she already been killed? So it's very possible she broke her wrist during the struggle. The killer attacked Sayaka in the main room, which is when her wrist got broken. After that, the killer covered her in the bathroom, and they inflicted the deadly wound. Is there anything else? Oh. The water of the shower gets turned off at nighttime. Yeah, that's it. He's done our reserving. Take the bathroom? Yes.
it would seem...
Looks like you found it, right, Makoto? Bloody numbers, that's most likely slightest diamond. I've never seen something written in blood before. It really was her final message. As if she wrote it with life itself.
Right.
You often talk line on... Do you often talk like an aspiring poet? But the numbers she wrote, what do they mean? 11037, I have no idea what that could possibly mean.
So...
The way she wrote the numbers makes me think she wanted to use her blood to block them. Body to block them. If she wrote them in that location while she was sitting the way we found her, I mean she must have wrote them by turning only her hand to the wall. If you were to write something in that position, do you know what the result would be? The result?
Well,
Think about it. You're not gonna tell me. You
Makoto.
need to uncover the mystery of this case yourself. Otherwise the case won't end and you'll remain unconvinced. I have no idea what you're trying to say, but it's obvious that you're not going to tell me. Dying message has been added to the... Sounds like Kyoko knows what Saika's dying message means. But honestly, I have no idea. But I know who I should talk to. When it comes to numbers, who better to ask than the ultimate programmer?
Makoto.
There's one other thing I wanted to ask you about. Do you know how the door to your bathroom got broken? Broken? Oh, you mean how it gets stuck?
What?
It's stuck. Yeah, I guess I'm the only one, but the door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. When I first tried to use it, I thought it was locked, but once you learn the trick, it opens no problem. Bathroom door has been added to the true clothes section of your handbook.
Correct.
So the door doesn't quite fit the frame, huh? But actually, I'm referring to the broken doorknob. Huh? The doorknob?
That's right.
You didn't notice? Just try closing the bathroom door. I'm sure you'll see right away what I'm talking about. I did what Kyoko said and shut the bathroom door. Huh? Doorknob. What the heck? The doorknob's practically about to fall out. Why is it like this?
It would seem...
Someone must have used a screwdriver or something similar to unscrew it. Whatever it was, it's obvious this was intentional. What? It was intentional? Why would someone want to do that?
So...
I guess maybe they were trying to get the door unlocked and ended up breaking the whole thing. But my bathroom doesn't have a lock on it. Only the girls' bathrooms can lock, right? She stood there for a while, lost in thought. And apparently struck with a sudden realization, she shot a question at me.
Just a second.
I have just one more question for you. You mentioned earlier that your bathroom door would get stuck, right? Did you tell anyone about that? Oh, well, I did tell Saika about it last night when we switched rooms. So what you're saying is only you and Saika knew about it. Interesting. She had the slightest hint of smirk on her face. I got the sense that she was really starting to get into all this.
I see.
And that clears that up. Huh? What clears what up? I'm so lost.
Goodbye.
Well, see you later. As if forgetting I was ever even there, she suddenly turned and left the room. I still don't really understand any of this, but I've already given my room a good once over, and maybe I should look around somewhere else. I should start looking into where the murder weapon might have came from, and also I should look into the DVD. I should look into the DVD Sakai got. When Sakai died, I have no choice but to see for myself what was in that video. And on top of that, I'm sure there were some other areas worth checking out too. Maybe I should see what everyone else thinks, if they're even talking to me, that is. Leave the area.
Very
So why was
strange.
Saika in your room where she was killed? Could it be because you are the culprit? No, you got it wrong. Saika had switched rooms last night. He didn't even try to hide this suspicion on his face. Even if what you say is the absolute truth, you're still responsible for it at that point, you say? Huh? After all, she wouldn't have died if she hadn't switched rooms with you, right? The reason Sakai was killed is because I suggested we switch rooms. She's dead because of me. Then it should have been me that died. All we could say right now is that it's a possibility that if that's really true, then okay, it's this son of a bitch, because yeah,
Seems like...
something doesn't seem right. The Makoto House guy was killed in your room. I just can't stop thinking about it. Could it be the nameplate? Yeah. Where's my nameplate? Yeah. Nice switch room. Very strange. Mr. Nagi, what was Miss Mazda doing in your room? Let me just say this. I will not allow you to dispose of any trash. Do you really think I'm guilty? Might as well go to the trash room since it's hinting to go to the trash room. Where's that again? Oh, right. Huh. There's a hatch on the floor. Got it. The door won't budge, it must be locked. Nice. It looks like some kind of switch. I wonder what it does. That's a street gate here. No way to get past.
Monokuma appears!
Neat. It's the end of the line! That trash room is where all the trash in the school eventually winds up. How do you get this gate open?
No, you can't go any further!
No. Only entry beyond this point. Only the person on cleaning duty is allowed in. Cleaning duty?
No, you can't go any further!
No entry beyond this point. Only the person on cleaning duty is allowed in. This is on cleaning duty.
No, you can't go any further!
It's just repeating the same thing over and over again. This is stupid. I'll be fast. Just go around and ask.
No, you can't go any further!
Cleaning data has been added to the chessboard section of your handbook. Time to go find out. I'm assuming it's the big man himself, since he was like, you can't go in there. I'm looking for whoever's on cleaning duty. Cleaning duty. As a matter of fact, that's me. Why do you ask? It just so happens Mark was talking to me yesterday and asked me to take care of it. Without someone on cleaning duty, school would be flooded with trash in no time. So I finally applied for the position. I was gonna start this morning, but after what happened, I haven't had a chance to get started. And since you're on cleaning, can you open the gate in front of the trash room?
Here we go!
Of course! It's my job to gather up all the garbage and toss it in the trash. And to do that, they gave me the key for the trash room. Well, we're supposed to rotate once a week, so eventually you'll be in charge.
Very strange.
Wait, hold on. You need a key to get in the trash room, and only the person on cleaning duty has the access to the key? What's the point of going to all that trouble? Why not just leave the trash room open all the time so we can all throw things out whenever we want? That does seem more convenient.
So, in other words,
Actually, anyone who kills a fellow student and becomes a black man will graduate unless they are discovered.
so that's it.
That must be why. If anyone could go in and out of the trash room whenever they wanted, then destroying evidence would be easy. The thrill would disappear and things would become boring. But boring?
Hey, listen!
Anyway, more important than that.
Hey, you bastard!
Hey, Daddy, why'd you want the cleaning duty gig anyway?
Oh.
I just decided to volunteer for something I knew no one else would want to do. What's the big idea?
You...
Liar, I know why you did it.
Is it
You want to dig
like...
through all the girls' trash looking for, and posting around at it.
There's no way to
talking
think
about?
about this in
I'm
a
lovely.
common sense
All
kind
my
of way.
love is for 2D.
You know what I mean.
But there's all kinds of trash stickers like that. Maybe you'll get tired of 2D and then turn to... I would never get tired of 2D.
Unforgivable!
After spending an infinite amount of time comparing 2D and 3D, I voluntarily choose 2D. The only thing 2D is good for is to shower love and affection on 2D. And PVC figures.
Give me a break.
How are you totally not embarrassed to say stuff like that? If you're too worried about Kumi's questionable mortality, there's a very easy solution. Whenever a guy has cleaning duty, Sakai can accompany them from picking up the trash to disposing of it. What?
What?
If you're as innocent as you claim, where's the harm in it? That's not how it's supposed to. Anyway, on another talk. Kumi, since you are on cleaning duty, I have a favor to ask you. What, so now you suddenly want to join my party? Sorry, but you haven't triggered that flag yet. I mean, you haven't helped me recover from a past trauma, or save a village, or beat a boss. No, nothing like that. I was just hoping to get into the trash room and look around.
You
Oh,
got
okay.
it.
So easy. So Fumi and I decided to head down the headroom. Trash room, my guy. Is it now unlocked? You like to open the key. You like to open the gate, wouldn't you? You know, when I'm looking at it, it makes me think. They said he killed his wife. He learned how to get by on the other side, but he never stopped doing it. Get busy living or get busy dying, he said. So him and Garcia, they found themselves a way out. Whatever, please just hurry up. Okie dokie, leave it to me. So Fumi pulled a key out of his pocket and used it to flip the switch next to the gate. And then...
Mr. Naegi!
However, Mr. Naegi,
Without
you
a
aren't going
doubt!
to use the trash and destroy evidence, are you? You fiend, you planned this all along. But no, I just wanted to see if the actual killer tried to destroy any of it. What the actual killer is you, isn't it? Let's see if he left anything behind. Wait, maybe a parallel world. Whatever, just hurry up and keep looking. Oh, some stuff. There's something on the ground in front of the incinerator. It looks like a burnt piece of something. Looks like a shirt. A burnt piece, like a hunk? Like a hunk of burning wood? Anyway, this is... It looks like a piece of cloth in the shape. Part of a sleeve from a button-up shirt. And now that I look at it, it's definitely blood on the cuff, which means this is all that's left of some of the evidence the killer destroyed. But there are lots of people here with white burn-up shirts. This is enough by itself to figure out who the killer is. Burnt shirt piece has been added to the truth bullets. There are shards of broken glass scattered all around the front of the incinerator. It looks like it used to be some kind of glass ball, just about big enough to fit in the palm of your hand.
Is this
Is that? Do you know what this is? Pet, say if you collect all 7, the dragon will appear and grant you a single wish. That's a Dragon Ball reference. Kidding aside, it's the kind of thing you might see on any big city street corner. Gaze into it and it will show you a glimpse of the future, just like the Mania girl who was on that quest to find that one guy. Yeah, I get what you're trying to say, but who did this particular ball belong to? There's only one person it could be. They should all still be in the gym. I better go find out for sure. Scattered crystal ball has been added to the truth bullets. Anything else? Anything in the incinerator? This is the incinerator. This is what? Display in the back part of the trash room. It's a good 30 feet from here to the gate. On right now. You see the green and yellow buttons next to the mouth of the incinerator?
Yes,
Pretty
indeed.
simple stuff. You press the green button to get in, to get it going, and the yellow button to turn it off. Sooner or later, you'll be on cleaning duty to make sure you learn this before you leave, okay? Huh? Someone turned the incinerator on. Very strange. I'm quite certain it was off last time I was down here.
Was it a fairy?
What? Perhaps it was the work of a fairy. Takumi, do you realize what you just said? Huh? The fairy? No, you said the last thing you hear the incinerator was off. Ah, yes, about that, there can be no mistake. If I've got one thing going for me, it's my memory.
I feel as if...
Yesterday, as soon as I was appointed, I came down to check the place out. It definitely wasn't on then. I haven't even been back to the trash room since then. And since I'm the only one who has the key to open the gate,
Most
it should be impossible for the
suspicious.
incinerator to be on yet. So that means someone was able to switch on the incinerator without opening the gate. But how is that possible? Incinerator has been added to the truth bullet section of the handbook, my bad. This whole thing is quite strange indeed. When I was here last, the incinerator was off, and those glass shards and burnt clothes weren't. Why does
Completely
this all mean, Mr.
unforgivable.
Will you be confessing soon? Why me? Everyone already knows
I'm
you did
sure
it.
of
All the
it.
mysteries are being solved one by one. Sounds like he's living out of one of his comic book fantasies. The green button turns on, the yellow button turns off. Or so it seems anyway. There's something. That's a huge trash can. So that's where we're supposed to put it, wherever the trash can't burn. However, the sword doesn't look like tiny food. I just talked to you now. That's right, you seem a little down. Huh? Really? If you need help lifting your spirits, call me anytime.
Come
I got all
on,
kinds of
come on.
stuff that might help cheer you up. Okay, I think I am done with this room. Leave the area? Yes. And we wanted to go to the theater room. Where's that again? There's nothing inside. Oh yeah, shoot! I have to go get it from my room. My bad. Freaking idiot. Oh, this is Sakai's room, right? But the nameplate has my name on it. It's definitely my room, but the nameplate has the nameplates on my room and Sakai's room are switched. So all the effort I put into switching rooms without anyone knowing was totally pointless. But why would anyone do that? Dorm nameplates has been added to the truth bullets. Alright, let's go into Sakai's room real quick and go. You can only do one thing in the past now. Yep, the DVD with Sakai's name on it. Sakai got really upset after seeing whatever was in that video. I wonder what did she say. It might not be directly related to the case, but it might be worth checking out anyway. I'm sorry, Sakaya. I need to borrow this DVD. Okay, now we can... able to use this to see what's on the DVD that Sakai threw in the garbage. I sat down in front of the screen and put the DVD in the player. I pushed play and the screen was dark for a few seconds and then... an image slowly appeared. It looked like some kind of concert. And standing on stage, front and center, was a face I recognized all too well. Sakaya. She was there along with her friends. She said she'd been so important that she has said that are very important to her. She was definitely glowing there in front of the crowd, so full of life. Seeing that image made it even harder to accept that she was dead. My vision started to blur and darken, and then the voice I've come to desperate so much began to float out of the speakers.
Sayaka Maizono, the ultimate pop sensation, lead singer for a world-famous all-girl pop band. For these girls, the glowing spotlight only made them that much more beautiful. But then, suddenly the screen went dark, and in the next moment, I saw something I could hardly believe. What the? Are they dead? Sakai had disappeared from the stage, which was now in ruins. And I noticed even more than that was the figures of the other girls who had all simply collapsed. Are they dead? this ultra-successful team suddenly fell apart. None of them will ever perform on stage again. None of them will ever feel the warmth of the spotlight. For Sayaka, there's simply nowhere for her to return to.
So here's the billion-dollar question. What, oh what, could have caused the group to go to pieces?
Look for the answer after graduation. Without warning, the video cut off. What the hell? That wasn't real, right? They're a super famous pop group. Everyone knows who they are. Is he trying to say he was able to get to them? If that really did happen, everyone in the outside world must be going crazy. What kind of person would take things this far? Alright. Leave the area and go to the gym. Well, here, let's talk to you real quick.
Listen to me!
Do you have a second, Makoto? I've heard something very unusual. Doors everyone for us a nameplate on it. This shows whose rooms it is, right?
You hear me?
Well, it just so happens. Wait, no. You might be the killer yourself. I can't tell you anything.
Got it!
Forget everything I just said. Forget, Beam! Sorry, it's just the way I even I do jokes sometimes. This is the store, right? Yep. Let's see what we can pull out of the almighty. Would you like to try your hand against the almighty Mono machine? Give it a shot. What I get? Book. I know, the only person who would be interested in the book. I should probably get going. Alright, to the gym we go. But yeah, we already know it's Leon, like it's that obvious. Because why would else? Well, it's not 15 numbers. It's just turn it around. It's not that hard. Oh, and the body's still there. Hey, hero, can I ask you something? No. I gotta get out here. I had enough. Got a free break. Hero, snap out of it. Yeah, Huh? Makoto, what are you doing here? What? Hey, does this look familiar? That's my crystal ball. It's all smashed. What the hell?
What the heck?
I only brought it because the guy said it was blessed. He said it was unbreakable. So, how did it break?
What?
Was it actually just made of glass and not crystal? Did the guy totally dump me? He said it belonged to the pillars of history. Genghis Khan, George Washington, Napoleon. He said whoever controlled that crystal ball controlled the world. Was that seriously all BS? Let's put that aside for now. So you say without a doubt that this belongs to you. Yeah, that's mine for sure. I probably forgot it in the laundry room last night. Someone must have come by and smashed it. You left it in the laundry room? That means someone found it and taken it. Thanks, Hero. That's all I wanted to know. Yeah. Sure. By the way, I'm also ready to ask, but how much did you pay for that thing? Everything I stayed up with fortune telling for 2 full years. Come out to line $1 million. $1 million? That's pretty cheap, actually. I mean, considering it gives you the power to control the world. That's just too stupid. I can't even feel bad for him. Hey, Shiro, I was hoping I could ask you something.
Huh?
What is it? Before she died, Sakaya left a message. She wrote out the numbers 11037. Do you have any ideas what these numbers might mean? Like, could they be a code or something? Sorry, no. Shiro slowly shook her head.
I'm sorry.
I just don't know. Well, okay, don't worry about it. Thanks anyway for trying. Even she doesn't know. Or could she maybe know more than she's letting on? No, could it be? Damn, you're trying now suspect. Yeah, the freaking backstabbing. The domino effect.
Yeah. Alright, where's the laundry room again? That one. This one. Ah, I see the laundry room now. Okay. Hey, there's one of your magazines. Oh, sorry. There's some magazines laying around. No help there. Let's see. There's a swimsuit hanging out to dry, and it has nothing to do with what's going on. Nice. Thank you. Gosh, do I have to check like each and individual? Okay, let's take a guess. Let's take this one. This washing machine that has nothing to do with this kid. He said something, did it? Maybe there was something there. Let's check every single one. Letting me just get on keeping pouring. Yeah, that's all the freaking. And here. The vending machine is still there. It still doesn't have any way of help to solve the case either. What was the point in coming in here? Where should we go to next? Well, judging from she was stabbed with a knife, the only place you can get a knife is in the kitchen area. I assume. Because that's when I think when I... You know, are you investigating the dining hall? Oh no, I'm just taking a break. Actually, I've been taking a break since we started. This is all first for me, you know? I don't have the first clue of what I should be doing. I know what you mean. And I don't know why, but being in the dining hall helps keep me calm. So I know I shouldn't, but I've just been kind of hanging around here. To tell the truth, I was doing the same thing last night when the guy was killed. Ah, one of the knives is missing! There are all kinds of kitchen knives here, big and small, but looks like one of them is missing. Was it missing from the very beginning, or I'm very see if anyone here knows more about it. Kitchen knife set has been added to the truth board section of your handbook. Camera. Wow. Marbled meats, salted meats. No time to think about food. Hey, so did you notice the one in the kitchen knives is missing from the dining hall?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, weird, huh? I thought it was kind of strange. A knife just suddenly disappeared like that. So it wasn't just missing from the beginning.
That's right.
Nope, last I remember they were all lined up in a nice neat row. So when did you notice one of them had disappeared?
Well,
I had to go get some tea from the kitchen last night. All the knives were still there. But when I finished my tea and went back to the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives was gone. So you're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking the tea in the dining hall? Yeah. In other words, you were right there in the dining hall when someone came to cook it. Then you should be able to say for sure. You can tell everyone I didn't come to the dining hall last night. Which proves I didn't take it. I always account. Hey, by the way, did you really kill Sayaka? Of course not, I would never. You know, do you really think I murdered her? Well,
I mean...
she was killed in your room, right? So I mean, you guys were supposed to be friends, right? But you still killed her. On the other hand, two people became good friends. when killing the other is a classic drama setup. So when you consider everything together, I honestly have no idea. Oh, great.
I'm getting tired of waiting. What say we just get started, It's time for the long-awaited class trial!
Here we go!
Now then, allow me to appoint a proper location for the proceedings. Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon!
The red door on the first floor. That's where I should go. No, where I have to go. There it is, the door right in front of us. Everyone else is there. You're late, Makoto. We've all been waiting for you. I bet you were too afraid to be discovered as the murderer you are.
Listen to me!
Let's not jump to conclusions just yet. Save that for the class trial. There we can all reveal the details of Makoto's crime. So they all really are convinced I did it, but I didn't do it. Me and Sakai both know that all too well. And then who is the killer? The one who murdered Sayaka. Is it really one of us?
Is everyone here? Okay then. Please board the elevator in front of you, which will transport you to the courtroom, where all your fates will be decided. I'll meet you all down there. I'll be waiting.
Alright. Yoko. We have to talk to everyone to make sure that they know something. There's no point in standing around here. Settle your resolve and step into the future. No point. That's a button. I guess I have no choice but to get on this elevator.
Well then.
Let us begin.
Yes,
Good
indeed.
idea.
Hey,
Are you scared? No, I'm scared. This is quite right. I
Makoto.
said it before, but it's up to you to uncover the mystery surrounding this case yourself. If you don't, you'll never come to grips with the truth. I need to uncover the truth of Sayaka's death. I didn't need someone else to tell me to do that. Sayaka's on him, so I'll find the real killer is. With a very light voice to try and give myself heard, I turned, doubling with anticipation toward the elevator. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. Everyone else was already on the elevator when I finally stepped on it. The door closed and the elevator started to move. The steel box descended with heavy clunking sounds toward the school's basement. I wonder if this is how a death row inmate feels its final time.
Oh,
Rather than that, it's no more like a defendant waiting to receive his judgment. Obviously, oblivious to our shared anxiety, the elevator lowered us further and further into the portals of the school. You finally arrived! What do you think? Does it feel like a real courtroom? It's like a Hollywood movie set, right?
Shit.
Not even close. It's total shit.
well now.
Okay, everyone go to your assigned seats and sit down. Hurry up now, hurry up! We did what he said and found our seats. The seats were arranged in a giant circle. It was all set up so that everyone could see everyone else, which also made it would be easy for anyone to transfer their attention and undo something to anyone else. The air seemed to blow heavy as we sat there. And so the turn on our first case opened. A deadly judgment. A deadly deception. A deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly fate. A deadly class trial. Alright, I'm saving it here. I'm not turning off the stream. Set skills. I know him. Really? That's it? Open the handbook. So much. So we have a lot of things to use here. Alright. Finish preparations. Trial. All rise.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
And the killer really is one of us, right?
Of course!
Okay, everyone, close your eyes. And whoever did it, raise your hand.
That's not that simple.
Don't be a goddamn idiot. Why the hell would they raise their hand?
Before we move on and start the trial, can I ask a question real quick? What's going on with those pictures?
I'd feel awful if they got left out just because they died. Friendship penetrates even death's barrier. Friendship penetrates?
Shut the hell up. Izumi.
Okay, but what about that other empty seat?
Yeah, someone.
There were only 15 of us to begin with, so why are there 16 seats?
Oh, no reason. It's just that our little courtroom here can technically fit up to 16 people.
I call Cap. I feel like there was someone else supposed to be here.
Okay, that about does it for the preamble. Get ready to get started.
Here we go.
First up is the case summary. Now, let the class trial begin.
It's about to begin. The debate to decide who we think is who the killer is. Anything I found, anything I noticed, I have to be ready to speak up about everything. Because this isn't just about me. Everyone's lives are on the line. So your first non-stop debate is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Absolutely! As things progress during each class trial, you will engage in a number of non-stop debates. During these discussions, characters will speak one after another without pause. It's up to you to unearth any lies or contractions buried within their statements. What this means is that you'll have to use your truth bullets to refute what they say. Any relevant truth bullets you found during your investigation will be loaded into the truth cylinder. Use the left stick to aim, then fire with the Y button. Pay close attention to each character's statements and use your truth bullets to blast the right ones. Note that if you run out of time, you will automatically fail, so please be careful. Are you kidding me? If you press the start button during these arguments, you can review the controls. Well done. Good luck and have fun. Jesus Christ. Make your argument. Evidence of the struggle. That's the only bullet I have.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono!
Yeah, we know that part already.
And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
In the bathroom. So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
No, it's wrong!
Break!
Just a second, Chihiro. Try to remember how my room looked. With the way things had been damaged, I think we can definitely assume there was a struggle.
A struggle? Between who and who?
Between Sayaka and the killer, of course.
So you're saying Sayaka wasn't caught by surprise in the bathroom?
Exactly.
She must have been attacked in the main room first. Then, she ran to the bathroom to try and hide. The killer followed her in, and that's where they finished the job.
That much should have been obvious after taking one look at the scene. It shouldn't even need explaining.
Sorry.
Okay, so what's next?
Next is the subject of the murder weapon.
Wow, this is starting to sound like a real trial.
No shit, Hifumi. Now shut up and listen. We need to determine what was used to kill Sakaya. What the knife! Alright, make your argument. Pick your knife, so.
So what was used to kill her?
There was some kind of sharp object thrust into her stomach.
No.
Without a doubt, that is the murder weapon!
So the killer used some random knife they had on him.
No, that's wrong!
It's not some random knife.
No. I do think it was a knife, but not just any knife. I'm almost positive it was a kitchen knife.
Huh? A kitchen knife?
After the murder, we discovered that one of the knives from the kitchen was missing.
Which means that knife must be the murder weapon.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. You could sort of see the weapon sticking out of her stomach. And if you look real close, I could totally see that being a kitchen knife.
Okay, so the murder weapon was a kitchen knife, but where does that get us?
Hold on, I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that.
I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right?
That's dumb.
That's right. Makoto's room was the scene of the crime. What more proof do you need?
You're dumb.
Hold on a second.
Let's draw our conclusions after we presented our arguments. Otherwise, what's the point of the trial?
Well, we can talk all we want. It's not going to change that conclusion.
I call cap.
I don't think that's true at all. I'm sure if we keep at it, something new will reveal itself.
You really believe that?
She's right, there's gotta be a breakthrough somewhere if this only person can find it. Because I know damn well I'm not the killer. There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more? Sure. You can concentrate by holding down the RB button. Once you're concentrating, time will slow down so you can pay closer attention to what everyone's saying. On top of that, it'll steady your aim, making it easier to target potential weak spots. Contracting like this consumes the focus gauge, and if the gauge empties, you can't concentrate. But the focus gauge will recover over time, so let your brain take a rest. No need to rush. Well then, good luck and have fun. Eyes account.
So I guess there's no question that the kitchen knife was the murder weapon. But where does that get us?
Makoto must have taken it from the kitchen, right? He did it in secret, when nobody was in the dining hall.
No, it's wrong!
There you go.
Okay, wait. Hold on. I didn't take the knife from the kitchen.
Next, you're gonna say you're not the killer, right? Go ahead and say it all you want.
Well, what if I have a witness? What do you think, Hina?
Huh?
Remember what you were telling me earlier?
Well, I went to go get some tea from the kitchen last night and all the knives were still there. And when I finished my tea and went back into the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives was gone. So you're saying the knives disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall? Yeah.
Just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so? Oh my god, you don't think so?
No, he definitely wasn't there.
The knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall, but I wasn't there the entire time. In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
Okay, then what about this? What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together, and lying to protect each other.
Really?
Idiot swimmer girl! Oh, and more importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
Probably.
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
But what if they did work together, and they just didn't know about the rule?
Good grief! Enough already! No, okay? There are no accomplices in this case! Oops! Did I say that out loud?
Anyway, I didn't go to the dining hall, and I didn't take the knife. So I'm not the killer.
Okay, so then, who did take the knife? Hina seems the obvious candidate. After all, she just said she was in the dining hall. No way! I swear it wasn't me!
Aoi?
Sure, but can you or anyone else prove that?
I can.
Ah, Sakura.
That's right! Sakura was with me the entire time I was drinking my tea.
I hate to have to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's... Right.
But then, couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife?
Actually, no. Because, well...
Just spit it out already.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking, I just asked her to stay over. Which means we have airtight alibis.
But you just...
You stayed over? Doesn't that violate one of the school regulations?
We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms, but it doesn't say we have to stay in our assigned room. So, I don't think that's a problem.
It is a problem! A boy and a girl spending the night together?
unwholesome!
You're gonna get a freaking slap.
I'm a girl.
Yeah, get slapped in the face.
You are? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry!
But if it wasn't either of you, then what other possibility is there?
Actually, there is one other possibility. Right, Hina?
Oh, yeah, that's true! One other person did come to the dining hall while we were there.
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Yeah, why didn't you?
Well, because... they're not here anymore.
Oh, Sakaya. Someone who's not here. Are you talking about...
Sayaka. She's the one who came to the dining hall. And then later, she wound up dead.
Sayaka? Okay, so the person who took the knife from the kitchen was Sayaka.
I got it!
Yeah.
Then, Sayaka is the one who took the knife?
That's the only possibility.
Yeah, exactly.
And thinking back on it, she was acting kind of unusual. When she came into the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. She just went straight to the kitchen. As she left, she said she just wanted a drink of water. But most likely...
The person who took the knife was the victim herself!
I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
So you're saying the knife she took was then taken from her, and she was killed with it? In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
How?
What?
See? He did do it after all!
No, you're wrong!
So, that's how you would twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction? You possess a most terrifying talent.
Damn, if I don't do something, they're only gonna blame me for the murder. Don't they understand? If they convince me, everyone's gonna die.
Hold on. It's still too early to decide conclusively that Makoto is the killer, wouldn't you say?
Thank you, Kyoko.
Because you see, if the room did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering. And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
Bewildering? What the hell are you talking about?
Probably a lint roller.
Something was missing from the scene of the crime that by all rights should have been there. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
The hair. Your first Hangman's Gambit is about to begin. Sure. As things advance further in the class trial, the Hangman's Gambit will eventually take place. The point of this is to reveal the important phrase related to the incident in question. You have to deduce the phrase from the letters flying around and the letters already known. Complete the phrase by shooting it down the flying letters in the right order. Use the left stick to aim and press the Y button to shoot desired letters. If you shoot down the wrong letters, you will suffer damage to your influence gauge. If this gauge reaches 0 or you run out of time, you fail. And then, well then, good luck and have fun. Something that should have been at the scene but wasn't. That must be the critical point. You can't just figure out what the something is. Hangman's Gambit. The hair pieces. Hair.
Now I understand! That's right! There wasn't a single hair on the floor!
So, the culprit removed some evidence?
Yes, and if I were the culprit, why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room? It wouldn't be unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there. That makes sense, does it not?
No. If that were the case, they would have had to do something about the body itself, not just her hair.
Yes, very true, very true!
Okay, then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
Because the lint roller was used.
The killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
Wait, then that means...
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
Then, Makoto isn't the culprit?
Cool, I've been safe.
Are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
Yes!
No. There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
I would like to hear these reasons.
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene? Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right?
Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
What do you mean?
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom. There was clear evidence left behind. Do you remember, Makoto?
The killer struggle getting the bathroom, and the evidence that proves it is the doorknob.
I got it! Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom. You're talking about the doorknob, right?
Huh? The doorknob? What doorknob?
The doorknob for my bathroom. It was completely broken. See how the top part was unscrewed? And the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
Oh yeah, true. But what does it mean?
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob. This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room? But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
That's where you're wrong, buddy pal.
You still don't see? Okay then. Let's take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that will help you understand.
Google said it was a bewildering act. I almost didn't notice it at first, but is that the key point here? There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Okay, sure. From here on out, the number of weak spots will start going up. But no matter how many weak spots, there's essentially only one lie or contraction in that debate. What I'm trying to say is, not all weak spots you see are necessarily false. Use the truthful on the wrong one, and not only will you fail to refute what they said, but you also lower your trust with everyone, and your influence gauge will take damage. Now this is important because if your reference gauge reaches 0, you fail. You have only to rely on your logic to determine which weak spots are actually lies or contractions. Well then, good luck and have fun. Make your argument. Bathroom break.
The incident took place in Makoto's room.
Yeah?
Sayaka was first attacked in the main room.
Yes?
She then fled into the bathroom.
Then the killer ran after her. And they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door. Because Sayaka had locked it.
That's where you're wrong!
No, that's wrong!
The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked. After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with locking bathrooms, right?
Yes, now that you mention it, that is true.
There you go.
Then why didn't your bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck.
Huh? What are you talking about?
My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Yup, true as true can be. But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But to have such a cruddy door. That's not lucky at all.
So the reason the door didn't open was just because it was stuck. But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
Booyah!
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place? Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
Switch was locked, so they didn't know what the door actually couldn't be locked. So they don't know exactly what the scene of the crime was. The crime took place. In other words, the important detail about the scene of the crime that they didn't know was...
I got it! The killer must not have realized that it was my room.
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was? That's inconceivable!
And yet, he's absolutely right.
Say what?
Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms, which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room, then
there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through!
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
Ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. But the killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door opened.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is...
Definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening, right?
That is a definite possibility.
So the killer would have to be someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms?
Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
Finally! Alright, we're in the clear. That's what I've been trying to tell you.
Okay, then who did do it?
I'm sorry, but I give up! Quit without saving!
No!
But what happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
Well, why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules!
Shut up!
Majority rules? Do you really think that's a good idea?
Yeah, our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something. For serious.
Does no one have any other thoughts or questions? It does not matter how trivial they may seem.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one question.
Oh, you...
You don't gotta sound so disappointed.
It's fine, it's fine. Just ask your question.
Oh yeah. Okay, so, well, I was just wondering, how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
Yes. How did the killer get inside?
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up. That's possible,
nope, that's
right?
where I'm gonna change.
I don't think so. That seems way too convenient.
Then,
Maybe someone picked the lock?
Nope. Monokuma said that the doors cannot be picked.
Negative! If you
There we
remember,
go.
Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
Fine. How about this? The killer got in the easy way. They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Miss Maizono just let him in.
No, that can't be it either.
Oh, trying to argue against me? Sounds like someone doesn't know his place. Hello? Why exactly can't that be it?
Because she asked me to do something in particular because of how frightened she was. That's the answer right there. There's no way Sakai let someone in because... Shit. Present key item. No, I mean, no, maybe not.
Shoot!
No! I did not mean to do that! How frightening she was. The answer right here, there. There's no way to let someone in because... Switching rooms.
I got it!
There we go!
Because Sayaka was already scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place.
The same goes for you, Sakai. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone. Even if I'm sure it's you, I'll absolutely won't open it, otherwise what's the point of you switching?
Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
What if her being scared was a lie?
What?
Huh? Well, what the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility?
There's something I want to talk to you about, just us two. 5 minutes. I'm staying in my room. Huh? Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong one, okay?
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil. And these are the words that appear.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows.
Oh shit.
When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words. When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes. Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room.
Huh?
Which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
So, Makoto, did you write this?
No, I didn't. But
Of course you didn't, because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature.
Then that note, Sayaka wrote it?
But why? Why would she write that?
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone. She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation, what young man could resist?
Shut up.
Of course, I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
Shut up.
But can we be sure anyone even got this note? And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened. Huh? What makes you say that? Would you like to hear what I have to say?
Alright, Celeste, say what you
Very
say.
well then. Pay attention.
Okay. Alright. Make your argument. Storm nameplates.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct?
Yes.
But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room. I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room. Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in.
No!
We know that
No!
even if someone did read the note and did what it said, they would not have any connection to what happened.
It certainly would seem that way.
The only my ring says side is, and the reason for that is it has to be because what that's
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct?
Yes.
But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says my room.
Do I want to shoot?
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was.
No! No, that's wrong! Not what I was in! The nameplates!
The nameplates on Mai and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
They got switched?
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name. And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem. And the one who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
Right? Okay, then who did it?
There's only one person who could have switched the nameplates. The only other person who knew how he switched rooms.
I got it! Me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms. So the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
You can also infer as much from her note.
There's something I want to talk to you about. Just us two. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
She specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate. She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
But why would she switch them in the first place?
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
What?
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
To understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room. That's where the answer lies.
What happened then was probably
The struggle.
whoever she invited over came in and attacked her.
Nope, obviously.
We figured it out! We know who did it! Whoever she invited over is the culprit!
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot!
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Exactly.
Yes, I think you're right.
Then... we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
Yep.
Oh yeah. What's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
Because if you look at her wrist, there's no doubt. It could look stuff on her wrist.
I got it! All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear. Right there where her wrist is all swollen. There's something glittery there. See?
Is that gold?
Oh no, it's just piss. No, of course it's gold.
It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword. You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you. And there's some on her wrist because...
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword! Right there on her wrist!
I see. And so the truth draws ever closer.
All right, then it's about time to solve this mystery.
What? What happened in my room? And what led Sayaka's death, that's what we need to make clear. There's a little bit more to learn about non-stop. Sure, let's go. Are you getting used to these non-stop debates? Starting with the next debate, I'll start loading multiple truth bullets in your truth calendar. But just like the weak box, only one of those bullets can actually refute the proper statement. In other words, from here on out, you'll have to combine the right truth bullets with the right weak points to refute with each statement. If you come up with the wrong combination, you will take damage in your influence gauge. When you press LB to rotate the cylinder, the truth bullet fires. Press and release LB to circle through each bullet. Or you can hold down the LB button and use the left stick. By the way, if a lot of difficulty is set to behind, you will yield into your cylinder. For our purposes this time, the logical difficulty will be set to mean. Well then, good luck and have fun. Hey, fuck, you could just change the difficulty like that? What the fuck? Alright, still 3 things. Start with the sword to... Okay.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. The sword-based sneak attack!
And that's what broke Miss Mizono's wrist!
So, she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away. But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her with it.
And that's exactly what happened.
The person who's so really good tech first,
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. The sword-based sneak attack!
And that's what broke Miss Mizono's wrist!
So, she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away. But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her with it.
And that's exactly what happened.
Okay. Slow down, it's RB running here.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack!
No, that's wrong! Actually, no. I don't think the fight started with the sword.
Why not?
Because the sword sheath had been scratched. See? There's a gash in it. Like someone cut into it with something sharp.
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
Stop jumping ahead! Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath. If you were going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse. In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
I think I get it! So here's how it all played out. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere. Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening. So she grabbed the sword to defend herself. But then the culprit took that from her too. Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it.
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
Yeah.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
That shows she never used the sword. There's no one to use the sword. What part of the body? Oh, broken wrist.
Shoot!
Nope. Her palms? Her stomach? Her palms.
I got it!
Why the stomach?
You're talking about her palms, right? The palms of her hands were perfectly clean, so I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
How can you know that just by looking at her palms?
Like I said before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it. In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands. There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
Sorry, but I don't think so.
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
No, that's not it at all.
You know, this is how I wash the gold coating off the same regulation that talks about what happens to the bathroom. The water was off.
I got it! According to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m. In other words, at nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime, right?
Oh, I didn't know that. Actually, I haven't taken a shower here yet.
Oh my.
You're no different! You smell like a big fat ugly donkey!
I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
Insult, obviously.
So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword, then that means the killer is the only one who used the sword. But hold on. If that's right, then the one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife was...
I got it! Sayaka? She had the kitchen knife?
But we already said that the attack started with...
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
Then the one who attacked first was...
Sayaka?
Plot twist!
Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
No, far from it. It's almost as if she'd been planning to commit a murder of her own. She took the knife from the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in. And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation...
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct? Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility, is it not?
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates. She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room where she was staying. And by committing the murder there, instead of her room, that would implicate Makoto. But for that to work, the target had to be lured out while still keeping the room swap a secret. If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
So all that's why she switched the names?
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky? For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior. I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation. A totally forgettable kid. Or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe?
Wait, then you're saying she had this all planned out?
Holy shit!
But in the end, her plan backfired. She launched her attack with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn. That must be when her wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife.
The tables were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she'd planned to murder.
Just hold on! That can't be true! Because...
Hey! You guys have totally derailed the argument! You're being super boring right now. Come on, hurry up and decide who did it. Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
Oh yeah, we gotta decide who we think did it.
Makoto, right now you just need to concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery. If we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
Is it really all over? Obviously, I'm committed to finding out who killed her, and what can I do? But what can I do? I mean, as far as clues go, there's nothing left. Alright, let's see what bullets we can be given. Just the dying message. Oh, the dying message.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
Fire!
No, it's wrong. There still might be one clue left. Sayaka's dying message.
Dining? Wait, what did you say?
The dying message. She wrote something on the wall behind her, remember? 11037. Written in her own blood. There must be a clue about the killer hidden in there.
Well, before we get too far into that, I need to ask, can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
There's no question that Sayaka wrote that message because her left index finger.
I got it! Her left index finger had blood on it. That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
Sure, I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it. But still, what the heck do those numbers mean? 11037?
From the looks of it, it looks like an N, don't you think?
Hey, Chihiro. You're a computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all about numbers and shit.
No, that's not... Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers.
Of course. It's because they're not numbers.
They're words!
Oh, yeah, it looks like...
Huh? What?
No, it's just, look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers. Don't these first two, 1-1, look less like two numbers and more like one letter?
Ah, you're right. The connecting line is barely there, so I assumed it was 1-1, but looking at it now, you could also read it as an N.
Whoa, you might have finally just said something worth a shit.
Our little gray cells are really getting excited now.
But even if that really is an N037, doesn't make any more sense than before.
Damn, it's no use. I just don't know.
Rotate the image 180 degrees.
Boom. Huh? Rotate it? I think maybe I see something.
Oh my god. Now I see. She wrote down the killer's name.
Huh? You just shot past the clue part and right onto who did it. So, whose name did she write?
Turn her in message 182. It's become crystal clear. Ah, there you are, you little son of a bitch.
Here's my answer. The key to solving this mystery was simply to rotate the writing 180 degrees. If you turn the message around, it becomes the letters L-E-O-N. L-E-O-N, or more accurately, Leon.
What the hell are you talking about? It's just a coincidence.
Cap.
It's just a bunch of random squiggles that happen to look like my name.
No.
No, it's not random at all. She wrote that message on the wall behind her as she was leaning up against it. In that position, she couldn't move to write normally, and had to write upside down, as it were. And as a result, when you look at it standing in front of her, it ends up getting flipped. Try it for yourself if you want. Write something sitting like her, and the letters will be inverted.
That sounds like one hell of a stretch to me. I'm the killer? You can't just go and say shit like that.
If you're not the killer, then why did you try to destroy the evidence?
Huh?
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The evidence Leon tried to get rid of?
That thing I found in the ground from the incinerator, right?
I got it! You mean the burnt shirt piece I found laying on the ground by the incinerator, right?
Yep.
As the killer stabbed Sayaka, they must have gotten some of her blood on them. And to dispose of the shirt covered in the victim's blood, they threw it into the incinerator.
But one piece burned off and got left behind.
And the killer didn't notice. If they had, they most certainly would have panicked. Isn't that right, Leon?
But is one scrap of fabric enough to conclude that Leon is guilty?
Yeah, I mean, Leon's not the only one wearing a white button-up.
That's right! There are plenty of other people here with shirts like mine. With just that one little charred piece, there's no way you can say for sure who it belongs to.
You're right. That alone isn't enough. But there are some other points that may reveal the truth.
Are you finally starting to understand? The answers to all the riddles are right here.
Yeah, I think so.
The part remains with the button that killed, which is still really hard to get rid of. There's something about it we need to pay attention to when it was how it was disposed of.
I got it! If we look closely at how the shirt was disposed of, we should be able to figure out who the killer is.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I think I know what you're gonna say. You can't reach the incinerator without opening the gate in front of the trash room, right? And obviously, you wouldn't be able to hit the switch to turn it on either. You need the key to get in, and the one with the key was the person on cleaning duty. So the killer had to be whoever was in charge of taking care of the trash, right?
Interesting.
Yeah, you realize it's you, dumbass. No, it's wrong. There was another way to use it without being the one on clean. And that's exactly what proves it, that Leon is the real killer. Alright, the crystal ball, right? Yep, there it is.
The key to the trash room. Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
Oh no!
Shoot!
Oh, I'm retarded.
The key to the trash room. Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
So the only one who could get to the incinerator was the person in charge of the trash?
Ah! I'm really getting that freaking heart.
The key to the trash room. Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
So the only one who could get to the incinerator was the person in charge of the trash?
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator in order to destroy the evidence.
No!
No, that's wrong.
There we go, finally. Jesus, I am such a retard there.
Hold on. I think I know how someone could dispose of the evidence without using the trash room key.
But if you can't get past the gate, you couldn't possibly turn on the incinerator, could you?
Yes, you could. If you used this.
What is it, some kind of glass ball? It's busted to hell.
Actually, it was supposed to be a crystal ball, but,
But how would you use it?
We try to use the glass ball in a certain way, which is pull it, throw it.
I got it! The killer simply took aim at the incinerator switch and threw the ball through a gap in the gate. All they had to do was hit that switch, and the incinerator would come to life.
Someone threw that through a gap in the gate?
Remember what you said before, Hifumi?
Huh? Someone turned the incinerator on? Very strange. I'm quite certain it was off last night when I was down here. Perhaps it was the work of a fairy.
Hifumi had the key, so the only way the incinerator could have been turned on without his knowledge was because the killer was able to hit the switch without opening the gate. Once they got the incinerator going, all they had to do was ball up the shirt and toss it in.
Hey, come on! What the hell is this?
All you have to do is look at the scene to know that the killer never actually went inside the trash room. The shards of broken glass, the incinerator left running, the piece of shirt that escaped the fire. If the killer had been on cleaning duty, the evidence would have been taken care of much more thoroughly.
Wait, no, just hold on.
But the distance from the gate to the incinerator has to be at least 30 feet, right? The pinpoint accuracy you'd need to throw a glass ball that far and hit something that small. Could someone really do that?
That's right! There's no way! It'd be
Not
impossible!
Possible baseball fanatic.
Difficult, absolutely. Impossible? I don't think so. Because the killer is...
I wouldn't have much of a challenge at all for the kill because...
I got it! Because the killer is the ultimate baseball star. Isn't that right, Leon?
Do you have any idea how stupid you sound right now?
A target 30 feet away would surely be little challenge for the ultimate baseball star.
You can't be serious.
You got him.
I'm not the killer. These goddamn shipper brains have got it all wrong. I'm telling you.
You still won't admit it? Okay then. Makoto, go ahead and review the incident one more time to make his crime perfectly clear.
Good.
And with that, we can end this.
Listen to me! What the hell do you mean, end this?
Say what you want, Leon. But all the questions have been answered, and the truth has been revealed. Now here's what happened.
Closing arguments about the game. Would you like to share? Every case has one last element to bring the class trial to an end. This is the closing argument. In this phase, you'll call a complete summary of the case. You'll have to reproduce the flow of events for the case in the form of a comic book. However, you'll notice that in the comic there are a number of pieces missing. It's up to you to complete the comic using the provided truth panels. Also, you can take aim at a missing section and press the A button. Holy cow, you'll get a hint that might lead to the breakthrough. Well then, good luck and have fun. Closing argument, start. We're gonna go from left to right. That's okay. So we know easily. No. Switch that. I believe this is it. Just looking at it one more time. Alright, here we go.
Here's exactly what happened. I think I'd better take one more look back at the case from the beginning. Last night, the killer went to the room Sayaka was in. In other words, my room. From what we can tell, Sayaka invited that person there intending to kill them. She attacked them with the knife she'd taken from the kitchen earlier. But then something happened that she wasn't prepared for. They grabbed the fake sword I put in my room and fought back. During the struggle, a strike from the sword broke Sayaka's right wrist.
Okay. What did I not put right? Not the dying message. Not the rent lore. Oh, there. Oh, jeez. I completely forgot.
Here's exactly what happened. During the struggle, a strike from the sword broke Sayaka's right wrist. And that's when she lost her grip on the kitchen knife. Finding herself cornered, Sayaka panicked and ran into the bathroom. The killer went after her, but couldn't get the bathroom door open. What they didn't know was that my bathroom door got stuck easily, and there was a trick to opening it. Sayaka knew about that because I told her, but of course the killer had no way of knowing.
There we go.
So instead, the killer forced the door open, took the kitchen knife, and stabbed Sayaka. But with what strength she had remaining, Sayaka left a dying message. To keep the killer from noticing, she wrote it on the wall behind her. And with that, all her strength was gone. With Sayaka dead, the killer quickly began destroying the evidence. First, they took off their shirt, which was covered in their victim's blood. Then they took the lint roller in my room and cleaned up the entire area. They wanted to make sure they got rid of any trace they'd ever been there. Afterwards, the killer headed to the trash room to destroy their bloody shirt. They tried to burn the shirt using the incinerator there, but the trash room was blocked off by an especially sturdy gate, preventing access to the incinerator. So they came up with a plan to use Hero's crystal ball, which he left in the laundry room. The killer managed to throw the ball through the gap in the gate and hit the incinerator switch. For any normal person, that'd be an impossible throw, but the killer had the confidence to take a shot. And that's because the killer was the ultimate baseball star. The crystal ball, thrown with absolute precision, hit the switch on the incinerator, which then quickly roared to life. having destroyed the final piece of evidence, they left the area with, I imagine, a sigh of relief. But there was one thing they missed. Part of the shirt they'd thrown into the fire burnt away and fell out of the incinerator. The killer didn't notice this, and so left behind a piece of indisputable evidence.
You're like, that should be.
Isn't that right, Leon? It would appear that Hero simply forgot his crystal ball in the laundry room. You went there to try and wash the blood out of your shirt, and that's where you saw it, right? Seeing the ball, you thought of a way to take care of everything.
So, Leon, do you object to anything that's been said?
Do I object? Hell yes, I object! Of course I do! I object! I object! I object! I mean, all of this is just a bunch of stupid theories! You need evidence! Where's the evidence?
I told you the evidence, bitch!
Without evidence, it's all bullshit! It's bullshit and I refuse to acknowledge it!
Well then, I guess this is as good a time as any to present the evidence that proves you did it. Makoto, I believe you're in possession of that evidence?
I have the evidence? First of all, your first full time. Okay, absolutely sure. Okay, sometimes during a clash round, your opponent simply won't want to hear what you have to say. When this happens, you will engage into a head-to-head battle. We like to refer to this as a bullet time battle, aka BTB, BTW. During your BTB, you want to destroy your opponent's stance in time with the rhythm. Match your button presses with each tempo marker as they move across the screen to reach the center. Okay. Press the A button to lock onto an opponent's statement. Destroy the thing you locked on to the Y button, number marker tracks to the center. So rapidly of hitting A and Y. Use the method of deal damage to your opponent. If you can't pull it off, you'll be the one in pain. Do this considering you'll start a combo. Keep this going, you'll initiate a tempo up. On the flip side, if you keep missing, you'll get into a tempo down situation. When the tempo changes, so does the time for hitting each button, so watch out for that. Deal enough damage to the opponent in their weak spot, Damon will appear. And at this point, you can press Y button to shoot down, shoot for like any other statement. If you do the same fast enough, you'll come out victorious. But just like before, if you initiate to 0, you'll run out of time, you fail. Well then, good luck and have fun.
When the killer removed the screws from the doorknob, they didn't use anything from your room to do it. Instead, they must have used something that belonged to them.
I refuse to acknowledge you! You're stupid! Stupid, stupid, stupid! Stupid, 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 stupid!
I had to show the people that hitting A and Y a lot?
Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance! It wasn't me! Stupid! You lied! Stop talking! Shut up! Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance! You lied! Shut up! Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance! It wasn't me! Where's your proof?
This should prove it. Gotcha. The screws on the bathroom doorknob were removed. I wonder what kind of tool the killer used to remove them.
I mean, it had to be a screwdriver, right?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure the toolkits we got each had one inside.
That must be what he used. There aren't any other tools anywhere.
But the toolkit in my room had clearly never been used.
That's because the culprit didn't know it was your room. They thought they were in Sayaka's room.
Only the boys got toolkits, so the killer naturally assumed there wouldn't be one in there.
Okay, then whose toolkit did the killer use?
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
It had to be their very own toolkit.
Stupid, 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 stupid!
Leon, would you mind showing us your toolkit? If I'm right about this, then the screwdriver will show some evidence of being used.
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
Huh? And if you say you used it for something else, you'll have to explain exactly when, where, and why.
And let me say this right now. I lost it isn't an excuse at this point.
Stupid! Stupid!
You broke him. You broke him. Jesus.
So, you have no rebuttal?
Then it would seem we are finished here.
Well, he's dead. Very interesting. Results A! We got an A! 75 points?
Looks like you've reached your verdict. Then are we ready to cast our votes? You all have a lever in front of you. Use it to make your selection. Oh, just to remind you all, make triple sure you vote for someone. You wouldn't want to be punished for something so minor, right? Okay, then let's get excited! Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Well, Kuma vote. Yep. Guilty. Oh, looks like you got it right on the money. The black end in this case, the one that killed Sayaka, was none other than Leon Kuwata. Can't say shit.
Huh?
Huh?
Hey, hold on.
Hold on a second. Leon? Leon, did you really kill Sayaka?
But
I don't believe it.
You son of a bitch!
Son of a bitch. What the hell is wrong with you?
I didn't have a choice.
It was kill or you kill.
So, that's why...
I killed it first.
None of you are any different!
One wrong step and you'd be the one standing here. There's a complete chance that it would wound up like this.
I was just... unlucky. That's all. Hey! Come on!
You expect me to just accept my death? Everything's become clear. The decision we made was right after all. But when I think about it, honestly I'd be better off if we'd been wrong. Because if we came up with what really is the truth, then the truth is that Cycle was trying to find me. But even if that's true, I can't say she was wrong. After all, the mastermind is all because of that video. Even I couldn't handle what I saw in there. If I was her and the video actually had something to do with me, I can't even imagine. Now we're trapped here with no way out. They're probably waiting for me. I can't afford to be stuck in here. The one thing that was most important to her than anything else, her dreams, her friends. To have to see something like that happen to them, and Sayaka, I did whatever it took to reach that dream. I mean it, even some things that weren't so pleasant. And that's why Sayaka, for the friends that meant so much to her, that's why she betrayed me. So when she said,
No matter what happens, please always be there for me. I need you on my side.
she was lying to me from the very beginning. She was using me. It is why she talked back. Is that why she talked to me in the first place? Damn. I remember this after I got like backstabbed by my girlfriend. I guess I'll never know. Because there's nothing I could do to ask her what she was thinking. Once you're dead, that's it. Boy, howdy, the entertainment industry must be sure be terrifying, huh? I mean, to try and kill someone just because of those relationships? She seems nice and lovely on the outside, but inside she's descending into pure madness. Huh? What did you say?
Phew!
I understand. Really, I do. Yep. You're in utter despair thanks to Sayaka's betrayal, right? Compassion, intimacy, love. The stronger those feelings, the stronger the despair when they collapse. Stop screwing with us. This is all your fault. Sayaka been forced to do something like that. All of it. Everything. It's all your fault. Suddenly in a frenzy, I lunged at Makuma, but...
That's enough.
As angry I was, Sayaka lashed on my arm without hesitation. Her grip was like iron, strong enough I was sure it would leave a bruise.
Calm down.
If you really want to make your enemies pay for what they've done, you need to let it go for now. Damn it. That was a close one. I thought for sure you were going to give me a good walloping. Just barely avoid punishment, didn't you? You did.
Yes, indeed!
Now then, since you magnificently revealed the identity of the killer during the class trial, the Black and Leon will receive this punishment.
Punishment? You mean execution? Wait a second!
I didn't have a choice. I had to kill her.
Yeah, that's it.
I was just protecting myself in the heart of the moment. It was self-defense.
Is that okay?
How exactly was it self-defense? When you forced her way into the bathroom, did you or did you not use your very own tools to hold her? After she shut herself in the bathroom, you went out of your way to head back to your own room. When you came all the way back, right to the bathroom, you killed her. Am I wrong?
Do you
You had
understand?
any number of chances to stop what you were doing, but you chose not to. It's not because you had an unspotted intention to murder.
So, that's why...
No, that's not... Stop. I've had enough of this.
Oh,
Are you sure? You were closer than anyone, were you not? You killed your precious Isaac, you understand? I can't say Leon is solely to blame. Of course, I don't plan on blaming Isaac either. Because the one to blame is him.
Huh?
If it weren't for you, this would never have happened to Cycle or Leon. We shouldn't be fighting each other. We should be fighting against one person who is
Unbelievable.
or did you awaken your sense of justice?
Hey,
Well, it just so happens that there's nothing more unethical than your sense of justice. After all, it's people with that sort of mentality that persuade war all over the world. Is that the kind of justice that's awakened within you? Shut up! Okay, well, anyway, more importantly...
Kills!
Damn. Let's hurry up and get to everyone's been waiting for, the punishment.
I'm begging you! Please, don't do this!
Hey, come on now!
No more begging, no more excuses. You must pay the penalty for breaking the rules. Society demands it.
Stop! Please!
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment!
For Leon Kawada, the ultimate baseball star.
No!
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
No!
Rip. What the fuck? Game over. Leon has been found guilty. Time for the punishment. Dear god. Uh-oh. Jesus Christ. Yo, that's a damn machine gun. Oh no, this is not gonna be well. It's 1,000 below. Oh, right into his face, smashing his head. Jesus. What we saw, that was the true face of despair. I mean, if you can't call it that, what else could we call it?
Extreme!
Man, my adrenaline is pumping right out of control. What's going on?
I can't take it.
Do you really have to keep doing this? I can't just take it.
Well,
hey, if you don't like it, all you gotta do is swear to cut all the ties with the outside world except being here forever. That's only if every single one of you came on board with that.
Damn you!
Man, fuck you. Why the fuck are you doing all this evil shit to us?
what the heck?
You make it sound like I'm some dark, awful secret society type of guy.
Say what?
Or in this case, a dark, awful secret society type of bear.
Well,
So why are you putting an upstanding killing citizen like me through such an unbelievable ordeal?
Hey,
It seems like you're trying to use common sense to make sense of something that doesn't make sense. Just like trying to put a mile on a scale, I just don't think it's possible. Hey, I don't think what you're saying and what I'm saying quite put together.
Shit.
You piece of shit, I don't know who you are, but I'm gonna pound your ass into the ground. You must really hate me to get so angry, huh? But if you do that, you're barking way up the wrong tree. What happened because more than one of you decided you wanted to get out, right? No matter how much time passes, you can't cut free of your regrets from the outside world. You need to blame. Of course we can't cut free of the outside world. Being trapped in this insane place. You're trapped, are you? Well, I'm sure once you learn all the mysteries of this school, your thinking will change for sure. You'll think, boy, isn't it wonderful how we all get to live here forever?
What does this
What are you
mean?
trying to say?
Hey,
I feel like there's some deeper meaning hidden in there, just like before.
chills, kills!
Anyway, let's get to the black thing. That's what everyone is waiting for after all.
hey,
When you say everyone, who exactly are you referring to? Sorry, I said everything I've got to say. I need to save some of the fun out for later. And just like that, he was gone. He left us there, overwhelmed by nightmare turned reality. Even after he was gone, we stood there forever, unable to move. Actually, no, it wasn't that long, I think. Everyone just lost their sense of time. We were all too scared. Scared of being alone. No one even tried to speak. Their faces were stone, their voices dead. But it was in that moment.
Just a second.
Makoto, can I talk to you for a second? She moved in close and whispered into my ear.
Makoto.
Before we head back, there's something I want to talk to you about. It's about Sayaka, isn't it? I'm surprised you figured it out.
Listen.
I told you before the class trial started. You had to figure out the mystery of this case yourself. You wanted me to realize how Sayaka betrayed me by myself, didn't you? The thought never even crossed my mind. I feel like such a fool becoming such an easy target like that.
It's true.
Sayaka meant to double-cross you. That's a fact that you can never change. But even till the very end, she wasn't sure of her decision. That's why. As she lay dying, she was thinking of you. She was thinking of me? You can't just say something like that. I mean, there's no way you can know that. Only Sayaka would know for sure, and we can't ask her now.
However...
Even if you can't ask her, you can infer it, don't you think? Her final thought was how she could protect you. What?
So...
The fact that she used her last thousand every to complete her dying message proves it. If she didn't care what happened to you, she would never have left that message. Well, maybe she just wanted to get back to the person who had killed her.
Certainly.
That's certainly one possibility. But I don't think that's what it was.
Anyway...
She was uncertain. She wasn't sure how she could kill someone or deceive you. Which is why her plan failed. Her hesitation attracted failure.
Right.
It's almost ironic when you think about it. Why are you telling me all this? Because you're the kind of person who can overcome this. Because you can move past the deaths of your friends, Sayaka and Leon, and keep moving forward.
Correct.
Without someone like that, the others would never be able to break free of such a desperate situation. Move past their deaths. I could never do that. No. I'm going to carry them with me at the rest of my life. How could I possibly move past something like that? Leon, Sayaka, I'll carry them with me forever. I'll carry their memories with me wherever I go. So instead of forgetting them, you're choosing the hard road. Well, I have high expectations for you. As she said that, she revealed the smallest smile.
Hey.
By the way, I have to admit, I'm curious. How did you know I wanted to talk to you about Sayaka? Oh, well. I'm psychic.
What?
Huh? Kidding, I just have a pretty good intuition. Now we're psychic. No. Chapter 1, to survive. The end. 3 students gone. 12 to go. To be continued. And that is the end of this 2-hour and 20-minute stream. Oh, we got a nice little despair bat present. Yes. Jesus Christ. Alright. I believe we get to save here. I will see y'all next... Hold on. Alright, I will see y'all next time. I'm pretty sure tomorrow. Y'all have a nice rest of y'all's day.